Well, for Golden State, this game is a great opportunity to do just that. Iguodala, and if you want to talk about Andre, I mean, he's had a tremendous.
I can shoot it and got.
Let's take them back.
Welcome, everyone. Prepare for an Eastern Conference opponent right here. We're happy to have you with us for 2K Sports Midweek Present with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. So Golden State will get the first possession. Deng and Bosh, your small and power forwards. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade, and it's Whiteside in at the 5. And guys, last season, Klay Thompson made his first All-Star trip overall. Clark, his game took a huge leap forward.
Hey, I agree with you, Kevin, and a big reason for that, I think, was his spot on Team USA. Playing the way he did and with that group really lifted his confidence.
Excellent point. And so it's the Heat hitting on the board first. It's stolen by Dragic. Bosh kicks to Deng. Back to Bosh. And it's sent back by Bogut. And they're able to recover. Here's Whiteside. They retain possession. And that one's good by Bosh. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Curry outside. Miami.
Last season set the record for most points and 2 free throws and finished the game with 52 points.
Here's Barnes. The basket drops and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game. And Thompson making all 9 of his 3-pointers in that game. I mean, that was also a record, the most 3-pointers in a quarter. I think that performance sealed his place among the All-Star reserves. And Dwayne Wade, as we know, one of the best in the business at blocking shots from that off-guard position. Hard to think of a guard who has had as many swats as Dwayne Wade in the past couple decades. One of the best ever.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Greg, you're talking about Wade on the blocks. Last season, he climbed up to 6th all-time in blocks, Clark, by an NBA guard.
Amazing. Actually has the most blocks of any player who is his height or shorter in NBA history. Even with his explosiveness waning, his timing and savvy allow him to still be effective blocking shots.
Now, here's Wade following the miss by Draymond Green. Wade, good.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Whiteside Curry. Bogut kicks to Barnes. Back to Bogut. Golden State moving it around. Thompson passes to Bogut. Down low. Stolen by Bosh. Puts it on the wing, Thompson. Dragic against Barnes. Steps back and fires. Good on the jump shot.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, I had a chance to talk with head coach Eric Spoelstra. A big factor in this game, he said, is how well they do to contain the young shooter Klay Thompson, saying Thompson can really give you trouble coming off screens. We got to have all-out energy fighting to stay on his hip, and then we need to pressure on the ball handler to try and delay the pass. Kevin, both jobs are hard.
Thanks, Doris. Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. The Miami Heat came up short last season in hopes of getting back to the playoffs. Clark, their road record didn't help them much.
Yeah, 17-24. I don't think you can be that far under 500 on the road and hope to play in the postseason.
Now here is Barbosa after the miss from Joe Johnson. Barbosa's shot is off. Miami leading by 6. Passes it to Wade. Johnson attacking. The shot's good on the assist by Wade.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Iguodala kicks to Green. And he gets the bucket.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
The Heat have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Bosch dishes to Winslow. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
Spates against Bosch. Stolen by Winslow. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. That pushes it to double digits. 6 points for Dwayne Wade.
And it really starting to look like they're going to have one of those days where nothing goes wrong.
Well, Greg, they certainly haven't done anything wrong so far, stretching the lead into double digits already.
12 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Bosch inside, and the layup's good off the glass. Bosch has got his second basket.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
And that does it for the first quarter. Heat lead by 9. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And now a chance to hear from Stephen Curry about the team struggles of late.
Whether we made shots or not, we felt it.
You know, Clark, when you hear a talent as tremendous as Curry talk about what a struggle it is, you know you're watching just outstanding basketball.
Well, I tell you what, I like that kind of serious and focused attitude that has really always been Curry's approach. It's one of the reasons he's always working to get better and hone and upgrade his game, and how he's able to take it that one notch forward each season.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Miami.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
On the court for Miami here in the second, Dang and McRoberts holding down the forward spots. Dragic is out there with Richardson, and it's Whiteside in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Thompson, throws down the breakaway jam.
That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure and then a run out.
And that's how you flip the script in terms of momentum right there. And the Warriors put the ball in Thompson's hands a lot more last season. He ran the pick and roll and attacked the rim, taking more advantage of his size and ball handling ability at that off-guard position.
And the rejection by Iguodala. Launches it. And again, Klay Thompson for 3. Thompson's got 7 points. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Warriors?
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Well, Greg, for Thompson, last season an uptick in his free throw attempts and his assists, and Clark, a reflection of his activity with the ball in his hand.
He's a complete player, terrific offensive player, outstanding defensively as well. And what I like about him is he never lacks for confidence. He stays aggressive at both ends of the floor.
Now Thompson, after the missed 3 from Luol Deng, takes the 3, and there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Iguodala. Now it's a 3-point Warrior lead. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Here is McRoberts. He's covered by Iguodala. Whiteside, good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And stolen by Richardson. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Pass to Day. Back to Whiteside. He dishes it to Dragic. 6 to shoot. Whiteside a screen. It's Dragic with the drive. Offensive rebound. It's slammed in by Whiteside.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean
Yeah.
that was, Gary. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pumpkin.
That's good.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
And one of Gordon.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor.
In the open court. High
Spacing.
energy point guard.
Spacing.
A lot like you. Speed to burn. Very smart guy. Coveted by many.
He really is. And, Kevin, he transitions from defense to offense as quickly as anyone in the league, a la Tony Parker, except he's also equally adept at facilitating for others and spotting up for the three or just taking it to the rack himself.
And, you know, back to Goran Dragic, many of his transition opportunities start with his aggressive defense. Very active with his hands, has the instincts to jump passing lanes, the long arms, to pick off passes. Suddenly, when he gets a steal, he's off and running.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And talking about Goran Dragic, the one thing he has to be careful with is being over-aggressive on D. Reaching for steals makes you susceptible to blow-bys and escape dribbles, and that can lead to uncontested layups and dunks for your opponent. And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
The Heat leading by 3. Johnson against Green. Johnson kicks to Winslow. Richardson the pass to Johnson. Pulls it up. But they recover it. Kicks it out to Richardson. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Bogut against Stoudemire. That's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
You look for why they keep giving up buckets here. And their boxing out or lack of boxing out is really what's hurting them.
Yeah, and having a team score on you like this is deflating. But that's what happens when you don't get bodies on people.
Richardson kicks to Wade. Green with the block. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. It's the Heat as they wrap up the second quarter with a big 11-3 run. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Dwayne, give us your perspective on that first half.
I like the way we started the game.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. It was all about Miami as the game got going. An exceptional game plan helped them open with a 12-4 run. Looking at the scoring breakdown, they ended up going wire to wire in the first quarter, never once giving up their lead. The last part of the second quarter went very well for them, continuing the
Check this out. Sometimes just having more offensive chances than your opponent wins the basketball game.
Shaq, how'd you think the Warriors were playing? All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for...
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And Golden State looking at who they got. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Barnes in at the 3. Miami on defense. They've led by as much as 10. Curry against Dragic. Curry dishes to Bogut. Back to Curry. Golden State moving it around. 5 to shoot. Barnes can't get it to go.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving Collins.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Miami leading by 5. And despite some of the injuries over the years, Andrew Bogut still one of the game's best shot blockers, averaging well over 2.5 a game in his career. And Greg, he protects the rim like few others can. A rugged player.
And in last season, almost 3 block shots per game. And with all the offensive firepower around him, I think it really allows him to play to his strengths. That's why having a great team is about pieces of the puzzle fitting. He's a terrific piece for this group.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Erik Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He made sure that everyone was on the same page and that the offense needed to run through Whiteside. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Green against Dang. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Dang's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Shoots from the baseline. Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Barnes. The Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Bosch, a screen on Thompson. Dragic against Thompson. Dragic the pass to Bosch. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. And it's 6 points for Chris Bosch.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half. And it was a very public falling out between Goran Dragic and the Suns front office. That was a real tense few weeks there before ultimately he was traded.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Spates comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Iguodala in for Barnes. And Green gets it to go.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Whiteside kicks to Dragic. Wide open. Klay Thompson grabs the miss. And, of course, Dragic was traded to Miami last season. Said he felt betrayed by the Suns front office, which spurred him wanting out of Phoenix into South Florida.
Yeah, you know what? We'll never know the whole truth about that situation, but Dragic said they told him one thing with personnel and did something else.
It's stolen by Wade. High arcing shot, and Dragic gets it to go on the assist by Wade. Wade's got his 3rd assist on the night. It's Curry outside. Bosch grabs the miss. Bosch has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
There's a reason why they have 3 seconds in the lane, and that interior play has made a big difference in this game.
Curry kicks to Green. There's the 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Outside Dragic. He kicks to Whiteside. The dish to Wade. Green with the rebound.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Here's Thompson. Nice D from Dang.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Warriors trail by 10. It's Curry outside. And it's Wade with the rebound.
And with him missing literally everything he's put up today, you can see why the score is what it is.
He's not exactly striking them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bagels in the second.
Here's Dragic. Lays it in off the breakaway. Dragic has got 11.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition.
You can see the emphasis is to get out and run.
On the wing, Thompson. To end the run. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Important 3 to cut it to single digits. It's still within reach. They've got to pick up the intensity in the final quarter.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. The Warriors trailing on the floor for Miami. We've got Stoudemire. Richardson is out there with Dwayne Wade. Then there's Johnson, and it's Winslow in at the 3 slot.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebound.
You know what? That rebound has always been a critical element of the game, and that's why they are now understanding how to win.
Here's Barbosa. Makes it off the glass. Barbosa's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Warriors. The Heat leading by 7. Wade outside. Richardson dishes to Stoudemire. Johnson sets the screen for Stoudemire. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, Golden State. Here's Richardson. And that one's good. And the Heat lead by 9.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
You're right on target there, Greg. Of the last 10 points they've allowed, 8 have come from in close.
It's stolen by Stoudemire. A 3 from Barnes. And
as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
And the dunk by Winslow.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Amari Stoudemire, with the change of scenery last season, was bought out by the Knicks, signed with the Mavs midway through the season.
That was the best thing to happen to Stoudemire, in my opinion, Kevin. He got to play playoff basketball again, and we know that wasn't going to happen in New York.
And for Stoudemire last year, served as a backup big for the Mavs and was still as efficient as ever.
For the 3, Barbosa can't get it to go. And Miami the other way now.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical grand